Hey y'all, welcome to week 11. One, I need to apologize because I didn't give you a video the last couple of weeks. I think I did give you some videos. They weren't my welcome to week whatever videos. I have gotten off the last couple of weeks because I am so insanely behind. But I'm working very hard to get caught up. I was almost caught up there for a minute and man, okay, you get the point. It's week 11 and OMG, we have 5 or 6 weeks left. That's crazy, right? So this week you need to read chapter 7. You've likely already read it if you read it last week. Read it again. It's probably the most important one of all of the ones that you're going to read. So we're going to do target market this week. So to remind you, most of the assignments that we do here on out from just after midterms to the end, we're writing a comprehensive marketing plan for the business you're trying to open or that you're wanting to open or that you're pretending to open or whatever. And so this week is the target market assignment. You've also got another current event due this week. But I want to talk about the target market for just a minute. There's something I want you to be able to answer when you do that assignment. It's not just who are they and what do they look like and who's your target market. One, don't ever say everyone. Don't ever. It's not everyone. It never is everyone. There's not a business in the world that says everyone. Target market does not mean that you're turning business away. It means that you understand who wants or needs your product or service, what they look like, how much money they make, where they live. Sometimes those types of demographics are important. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's just one thing that's important. And so you've got to figure that out about the very business that you're trying to open. So figure out the demographics. Do you sell feminine products? Well, guess who needs those? I mean, it's not everyone. Doesn't mean you're turning a man away for buying them. It means you understand who your primary customer is. It means it has nothing to do with whether you're accepting them as customers or not, or whether you're going to turn business away. It means you've dug into the data enough to know that this group of individuals is who is most likely to want to spend money on the thing that I'm selling. So, who are they? Where do they live? What do they look like? How old are they? How much money do they make? All that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to ask you another question. We know why you need them. You need them because, number one, you don't want to go broke. Number two, you want them to come spend money with you. They worked hard for their money. Why should they give you money? Why should they give you their money? And then second to all of that, why do they need you? This thing that you're selling, whatever it is, or this service that you're selling. Why do they need it? Why? Because you put it out there? Because you open the door and say, whoop, look world, I'm open. Why do they need you? That's a very, very hard question to answer sometimes. Especially if you're creating a business that already exists in the world. Maybe you're starting a new restaurant. Maybe you're starting a hair salon. All of which are great business ideas. Let me be clear about that. But if you can't figure out why they, your potential customer, why they need you, then we need to sit back and pause for a second and figure it out. Because you can look at demographics, you can look at geographics, which is the location of where they're living, and then you can look at kind of behavioral statistics or what some call psychographics. And it's the things that bring us together through hobbies, crafts, behaviors that we have, love, sports, things like that, that transcend demographic or geographic boundaries. Example, fantasy football. That game, so to speak, that activity, fantasy football is played in all 50 states in this country, and I dare say around the world. Okay? So, what brings all of these players that play this game, what do they have in common? A love for football, a love for competition, a love for smack talking with their friends that are in their group. If y'all are not familiar with fantasy football, a group of individuals come together. They are a league. There has to be an even number of them. Let's say 10, 12, 14. And the current NFL roster, all of the players in the NFL are ranked on a list. And these 10 or 12 people in your league draft their fantasy team based on who's available, because you know both of you can't draft the same person. So then you've got a team built at the end of your draft. And then your team and somebody else in your league, they go head to head with the players that you've drafted. And these players are real players playing in real NFL games on Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. And those players are awarded points for the various things that they catch the ball, run the ball, touchdown, whatever. And at the end of your week, your match, the end of Monday night, the points are tallied. Did you win or did your opponent win? You may have never met your opponent. You may not live in the same state as them, but it's all electronic, and there's competition. There's love for football. There's camaraderie. There's smack talking. There's some people do it at sports bars every week. Whatever. There is something to be said for all of the people nationwide that do that, and that they're like-minded. And it transcends demographics, age, race, income level, whatever. These people love this game. Is there a product that just fantasy football league teams need or owners need? Don't know, maybe. But my point is that demographics are not important in something like that. It's the behavioral stats, or it's the psychographics that we would use to narrow down who these people are, who this target market is. And it's people that love fantasy football. You need to be able to look at the thing that you're trying to sell and understand who wants it and needs it and is able to buy it. Because you don't want to price yourself out of if you find out that this group, let's say this group that you're selling this thing to is all lower income. Well, you can't sell it for $2,000 a piece. They're not able. So, figure out the target market. Who they are. What do they look like? Where do they live? How much money do they make? What are the interesting things about them? And then, why do they need you? That's the question this week. And it's not easy. And if you want to get together and put our heads together to try to figure it out for the business that you're trying to open, I'm all ears. So, why do they need you? All right? That's what you're looking for here. All right, target market assignment, why do they need you? And current event article this week. So make sure you're finding a current marketing article. Read it. And then write about it in your own words. And then at the end, tell me what you think about it. It needs to be a page, double-spaced. Other than that, that's all you got. No discussions or anything this week. I hope to get back on track and finishing these weekly videos. Also, if a group of you want to get together for an hour one day next week and meet and discuss, I'm happy to do so. So, holler at me. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.